primarily looking at young guys, so it's guys that have grown up with instant 24/7 access to pornography and have typically had really powerful experiences with it at an age like 12, 13, and so on, because 70 to 90% of boys have been exposed to pornography by age 13. So.
And why do men tell you they want to be free from it if it is enjoyable and, as Eamon says, if you can access it, assured that the women aren't being coerced or exploited or harmed or abused?
As I said, I think the meeting the sort of standard for ethical pornography is very difficult to do, and my experience has been that even the guys who want to quit, that's not the driving factor.
Right, okay.
Ethics is not
Okay, so what's the driving factor then?
I think, primarily taking back a sense of control of their sexuality. So for a lot of guys, especially those that start very young, and as I said, we have 2 generations now that have basically grown up with porn, right? So anyone under the age of like 37 or so has basically grown up. They've been exposed to pornography at age 11, 12, 13 through school friends, an open access computer, mobile phones, whatever. And it's become some kind of habit, right? Mm-hmm. And then by adulthood, or university or adulthood, that habit has basically become deeply entrenched and can start to pull some people into usage patterns that...
You see, Jack, what's fascinating talking to you is if we were talking about drugs, or we were talking about smoking, or we were talking about alcohol, and you described just the way you did there, people would say there should be help available, or that would be interesting to have help available. What you're actually saying is that a pornography addiction wouldn't be taken as seriously as those other addictions that I'm talking about.
It's currently not taken as seriously, and in fact, like, some of the press that I've gotten for REMOJO will use that as a vector of attack for what we're doing. They'll say, the relevant regulatory bodies that define addiction don't define porn addiction as such yet. But they were very late with gambling. They only classified gambling as an addiction like 2-3 years ago. And so I think we're way ahead of the